Alright, ice road. I'm an ice road trucker right now. Oh, and there's a little bit of a... Okay, stop. I hope nobody's coming. It's a big gob of ice right at the bottom. Yeah, I ain't stopping on this. Not too bad. Okay, it's not too bad. Just I don't want to slide out in the blind corner there. I don't want to hit anybody. I don't want anybody taking off my front end. But I got paid, so I'm happy. Okay, and I go. That was a bit of a tricky yard to turn around in, but I got turned around. I didn't want to peel up the yard either, eh? So when you're in 4x4, you tend to dig in a bit when you turn. But the doggie's nice. He was like, I'm like, if I'm gonna come near you, I'm gonna pet you. And he's like, oh, okay, we're gonna be friends. I'm like, yeah, okay, baby. Yeah, so very, very nice dog. Seemed like a nice guy. First time I met him, so. And it's not the client, it's one of his, whoever it is, I guess. I don't know if it's a relative or a son or whatever. But anyway, we were talking about, I told him about the roof and stuff like that, so. Close my door. Actually turn off my heat. It's getting too warm in here. So that was a nice little doggy anyway. I'm a little doggy, just pet me. It's a husky, but he was more of a grayish brownish one with that little slightly golden color there. That nice looking dog. Like my brother's little she's a Malamute. She's one blue eye, one brown eye. She's a little runt, but she's like gray and white. Gray and white, that's it. Yeah, that one he was, maybe he had a bit of German Shepherd mixed in him or whatever, but nice looking dog though. I like dogs. Dogs are good people. Do you guys know why dogs smell each other's butts? And how it began? Once upon a time, there was this dog convention for all the dogs in the world, okay? And they all went to this convention, but there was one rule: they had to take their butts off and leave them at the door because they didn't want to smell up the place, right? Makes sense, right? So anyway, fire broke out and all the dogs just ran out and they just grabbed any butt they could and they basically put it on, ran out the door. So ever since, the dog's been sniffing around to see if they can find their own butt. Yeah, true story. True story. I'm telling you. Whoa, pothole. This road is really a two gripped road, two-handed steering wheel road. Yeah, so that's good. So that helps me out. So that'll help me pay down my $1,300 on the chainsaw. So I got $200 for that roof. That's not bad. Was 4 hours, about 50 bucks an hour. About 50 bucks an hour. It was just a little under 4 hours that I did. So. But I did it also when it was wettest and heaviest and there was 4 feet on there. So what I might do is call that client next year early on and say, hey, you want me to do your roof again? And if he says, yeah, I say, okay, here's the deal. I'll wait, like after a big snowfall, I'll go and do it. So it's easier to do on me. And that way I don't break my roof rake and stuff like that. And it probably won't be any cheaper because I'll have to go more. But it might be a little bit cheaper for you, but it'll be easier on me, right? Because like the snow scoops work on roofs, but the problem is if you have too big of a snow scoop, it's too cumbersome. Hang on. Ugh. Yeah, it was a big one. At least it was a fairly smoothed out pothole there, but whoever broke through on that one the first time probably knocked their dentures out. Yeah. So everything's sliding today. There's a nice old truck. I can't believe that truck has like no rust on it. That's a 98 or 99, I can't remember. But you see, people with money, or reasonable money, he's not rich, but he's, you know, he's retired or whatever, but people with reasonable money can maintain their vehicles. And I bet you that truck doesn't have that much mileage on it for its age. Like, there should be over 1 million. Like, a guy like me owning a truck that old, well, number one, it'd be disintegrated in rust from the rust. But I would have like 2 million miles on a truck like that, or, you know, basically 500,000, like 500,000 5 million kilometers, or 450 million kilometers. You know, if I was ever to get a vehicle new, like I treat it like an aircraft, do weekly maintenance on it and everything like that. And I do that kind of stuff. You know, like I check the oil, check the tire pressures, grease up all the grease nipples. I said the word nipple. Grease nipples, do them all on the chassis stuff. If you do that, nobody ever does that. That's something I started doing on Thunder. When I got the oil change, I saw the guy hitting all the grease nipples on all the, I was like, okay, yeah, especially all the tire rods. So people don't maintain their vehicles. They don't. They buy them, gas and oil. That's pretty much all people do. Gas, oil, and tires, right? Oh, there's the man himself. Oh no, this is his wife. Probably, who's that crazy guy? Grizzly Adams looking guy waving at me. He's like, ah. Yeah, that's right, because that's her car. That car drives itself. What an eerie feeling. If you've ever been in a self-driving car, it's surreal. It really is. It's like, it's such an eerie feeling to see going down the road. Like, I wouldn't drive down a road like this, but on a highway on a clear summer day, maybe, you know, but going down the road and you know, you can see the steering wheel just kind of making little corrections. I would never trust self-driving cars, period, full stop. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Even if the world elites want that, screw your self-driving cars. I trust self-driving cars the same way I trust snowmobiles. How do you like me now? I said what I said. I said what I said. Anyway, yeah. I guess I better call my other... Well, I'll call him tonight. I don't want to bug him too early, so... See, I can stop here. I don't roll. Sort of. Put that into 2. The other day, I drove the whole way to town and back to the town. In 4x4, I probably shouldn't have done. 4x4, yeah, you can drive at any speed with the 4x4, but once you start taking over 40, 60 kilometers an hour, about between 25 and 35 miles an hour, once you start getting above that, you wear out your 4x4 a lot quicker, especially if you engage it while you're driving. You eventually wear out the splines. Well, depending on how the 4x4 is set up on your vehicle. Because there's a lot of people, no, I've been driving 4x4 all the time. And then every 3 or 4 years they have to rebuild a hub or something. Where if you just use it at low speed when you don't need, you know, where you're not putting the most torque to it, no problem. Now, all-wheel drive is different, because what all-wheel drive does is when it senses the slip, it diverts the traction. I remember my CRV, you could feel it, like when the road here would be all, you'd be at highway speed and you'd feel the tire, the torque kicking from tire to tire. It's a weird feeling, but it's kind of cool in the sense you can tell where it's like, as soon as it senses a slip, it puts the traction onto the other tire that's not slipping. All-wheel drive seems to hold up pretty good though. But 4-wheel drive, you lock it in, you got pulling power, right? But you also, trucks are powerful enough to brake themselves. Well, that'll be a good Friday, even though I think last Friday was Good Friday. No, no, last Friday was beginning of Lent, right? miss the gun range. Be nice if it opened up this year. I haven't shot since 2020. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. What's going on here? Like a convention or something. Okay. Now don't roll. Yeah, that'll hold him. That'll hold him. Gotta find that spot there. Stop rolling. There we go. Okay. So what I need is my monies.